Greetings, my fellow Milsim West nerds. I am James, or Caber, as the cool kids like to call me on the Instagram, and I'm gonna go over like kind of the how-tos and the BTS for running a business at a California-based insurgency. Now, I say California-based because those are the only ones that I have been to. It's probably the same on the East Coast. I don't have a damn clue. Also, if you've got wild ADD like I do, you want to change the playback speed to either 1.25 or 1.5, so it speeds all this up a little bit more. There's not going to be a whole lot of like sexy visuals on this, so if you just want to listen to this on your morning commute or going in the car somewhere, that's probably the best, because this is not going to be like, oh shit, Caber's got a new video out, let's like make popcorn and watch this at home on like the big TV and, cuddle with my someone about it, probably a pillow. Basic concepts. When you're thinking about what kind of business you want to create, I recommend the biggest question that you ask yourself is, what are you providing and how will that add to the overall experience, if at all? You don't have to provide anything to the experience. Honestly, you don't. You don't have to have a business. We've had biker gangs, or you can just do nothing. If you just want to bring your dudes out, like you and the boys go out and you just want to experience this, you could basically just say you're a business and then not fucking do anything. That happens too, and that's totally fine. For instance, a biker gang, the Sons of Aziri, like my homies, which I absolutely love that they did that idea. They weren't a business. They weren't. Granted, they were a part of the story, which was cool, and they were like, riding around and stuff. But you could have like, I don't know, Bob's consulting business, or just something, or computer repair, or something. And realistically, it's just you and the boys just hanging out and waiting for like the big BB fights and just chillaxing and socializing. You can do that. You can also have a business with a physical product. So, like, restaurants or big food and snack places are big. There was a dude that had like a little scooter, like those, like a Honda Ruckus kind of a thing. And he would go to the NATO embassy in the mornings or on occasion just like sell snacks, like a roach coach, basically. There are full-on restaurants like Vincenzo's and some other places. There are some bars, hookah lounge, guys selling like their own merch, like homeboy that does those kick-ass shirts. I forget what he's called. He's out of, I want to say Phoenix, but he has like those cool Milsim West Josh Warren like gangster shirts that are fucking killer. So you could have a physical product, you could have a service, a non-physical product, like a club. There is a club, I think it's Club Orange. They don't sell anything. You just go there at night and you dance, basically. It's a dance club. I don't think they do like a bar. I can't recall. There was the VBC or the Voice, but I think in Storyland, he got killed at the end of the last event. So you could do like a news or a media thing, and you could just sort of take videos and pictures and post stories in the Facebook groups to what's going on. Do taxis. There was one or two different taxi cab companies that were pretty poppin'. They were fairly busy, like in Ziri Uber, basically, because the AO was so big last year in 2023. If you didn't want to walk from A to B, you just hit up a taxi. What I would suggest, you don't have to, it's a suggestion, is what's the objective? How are you driving or supporting the story, if at all? Are you laundering money for someone? Are you collecting intelligence? Are you inciting discourse? Because if you look at the tax op for the insurgency as of 2019, now granted there is talks that they will be updating this tax op, but it doesn't really fucking matter. It's kind of obsolete, and it doesn't really do anything, and it doesn't really help you understand anything that's going on, because the insurgency is so event specific. For instance, laws and consequences. Okay, well, this is going to change at every event. This has been updated last time at 2019. I've been to the 2022 event and the 2023 event. Very different legal systems in those two events. Like 2023, they didn't have like a judge or lawyers or anything. Some of the previous insurgencies, they had like a court system. So the tax op, in my opinion, should be vague like this. It should just give you like a baseline of information for what you have to do. And honestly, you know what the Insurgency tax shop should be? After you buy your ticket, join the Facebook group. That's it. There's your whole tax op. Here's the big thing you're going to want to think of: your hours of operation. Because like if everyone walks away and goes into like a big BB fight, who's guarding your shit? Like I haven't really seen or heard of anything really getting stolen, but if you were in the army long enough, like me, you're definitely going to be concerned about like security of property. So to like completely walk around from gear is insane, especially if you've got like night vision, bro. You can take it with you, or you just leave a dude on guard. Some dudes, again, that's not a concern. Maybe that's not a concern. The way I tried to run the casino last year was I tried to be in the business almost the entire time so all my friends could go out and experience cool stuff. And they did, and it worked really well. Downside was I didn't really get to do a whole lot, but hey, it's what happens when you're an airsoft dad. You just give you all your kids your quarters, and you just sit down at the pizza place, watch the game, and drink beer. Friday night is the biggest party you will probably ever go to. It's huge. It's popping. Not a whole lot of gunfighting going on. Everyone's just out and partying. So you kind of want to balance business operations with everyone's ability to go experience other businesses. So if you're running a nighttime business, like so we ran a casino. No one really wants to do casino shit during the day. Everyone's usually kind of hung over during the day. So really, like once it hits about sunset, so like about 5 p.m., or a little later, depending on what's going on with the sun, that's really when it starts popping. During the day, it's just kind of like, hey, what's going on? It's not a whole lot of story stuff. Sometimes. Staff concerns. Who are you bringing? What are their roles? Is there a guard schedule? And who's got night vision? How big your group is will have an immediate impact on how you're billeted. For instance, when we ran the casino, we had 7 people somewhere in there. Initially, I said 10. Initially, we were supposed to have like 10 dudes. It went down to 7. So when I put that information into the little form you fill out, which I'll kind of go over if I can remember it, they gave us our own 2-story building. So we didn't have to worry about anyone. We had our own 2-story building, like our own friggin' Alamo. Great. Did that stop us from getting rolled at night? No, because we were asleep. So fucking whatever. It's very unfortunate that Nick Ryan, Blue Jean Operators footage, night vision raid footage of him just schwacking us in the middle of the night. It's very unfortunate that got, I think his data got corrupted, so that was sad. Cleaning before the game. You're going to want at least 2 push brooms. At least 2 push brooms. Because you're going to want to sweep out all the rat crap and just all the crap that's going to be in that house. Sweep everything. On the first floor, you typically want to sweep all that stuff outside. Usually for the second floor, if you get a 2-story building, most guys will either push that into like a crap room, or if there's holes in the floor, they'll sweep it down to the hole in the floor and then push that out to the outside since it's falling down. And you also want to clear all the debris around your house. Most of those buildings are in a decent state of cleanliness because of all the past and prior events that's been there. So most buildings probably aren't too raggedy. It just kind of depends on a lot of things. Your business in-game marketing, you're gonna want to be in the Facebook group. So that's the main way people are communicating. If you are not in the Facebook group for a Milsim West event, you're not going to get any information. You're just not. If you are expecting the Milsim West event promotion company to give you 100% of the information, or even 80% of the information you need, you're fucked. You have to be in the Facebook group so you can see what's going on. Even in-game, like in-game news articles or stuff that's happening in real time in-game, that's going on the Facebook group. I would say post them periodically. I've already went over, all this stuff. What physical things do you need for your business? For you, obviously, you're going to need your tax op items. costume items, any of your BB fighting gear, food, drinks, snacks, entertainment, so on for you. That's for you personally, just for your own personal sustainment. For your business, if you want power, like if you want lights at night, like how a lot of people do, a compact jet generator. If you're running a generator, that means you're going to need enough fuel for that generator. Decorations, indoor lights, outdoor lights, extension cords, surge protectors, hooks and zip ties to hang stuff. Bro, trash cans and trash bags are a pro level business move. Some places will have a uniform. So for the casino last year, the uniform for us was blue Adidas track jackets, which were super cool. But some guys will do it, some won't. For the planning, you honestly want to create a Google Doc and organize it. Let me bring up mine. So this was the Google Doc that I typed up for all my homies that were gonna roll with me in the casino. So like Sam, my boy Thomas, like all those guys. I sent them this. So it had, the report time, stuff going on, the group, a table of contents, who's coming from my company, my arms room company, or True Aim back then, who's coming that isn't the company, traveling, what do we bring, blah, blah, blah. The event key leader the key leader information, I had linked that in there. The background of what we are of the company. So we were secretly a pro-Russian business in cahoots with Father Gregory. Our mission was to use the casino to launder money and BBs to help Father Gregory. I don't know that he didn't need that help, but that was the point of it. Who was coming down as what their positions were going to be within the casino itself, traveling to the event, what we should bring, what do we bring for the business, all this stuff. So push brooms, yeah, I mentioned that. Regular like playing cards, yeah, we're running a casino. We're gonna need freaking playing cards, lights, gas generators, tarps, extension cords, shovels to bury extension cords. We didn't put the generator out that far, so we didn't bury the cords. Surge protectors. I I brought a refrigerator. It didn't work very well because we kept having generator problems, but I brought it. I had a cool little spin wheel, trash cans, trash bags. I brought some banners, tables, benches. I brought vodka, stuff to make vodka-based juices, or I'm sorry, drinks. What should you bring for yourself? Socks, uniform, normal clothes, jacket, a cot. Definitely bring a cot or something to keep you off the ground because you'll most likely be sleeping indoors. Job roles, like, hey, what you were going to do inside the casino, outside the casino, the intelligence we wanted to gather and pass off to Father Gregory, um, what was going on for the games itself. We were going to do like tournaments and stuff like that. Like, this is all the stuff, even like the Aziri laws, current intel. I thought he was part of a death squad. I was wrong on that one. Our location, exactly where we were. This was like a whole intel briefing that I gave my guys. Businesses from previous events that I've seen. A tattoo shop where he did like rub-on tattoos. That was sick. Various clubs, gyms, a German embassy. There was a Japanese UN peacekeeping mission in 2022. That was super cool. Movie theater was cool. If you're stuck on what to do, Google search what service-based business is easiest to start and go from there. Because remember, if you want to do like a product-centric business, like a restaurant or something like that, there's a lot of logistics that's going to go into that. If you kind of want to just like chill and hang out, do something that's service-based. I thought about doing an Aziri Judo club or like an Aziri Sambo club. I thought that'd have been kind of cool. Uh, but as a somewhat germaphobe when it comes to grappling, if there isn't like showers readily available, I don't think I'm gonna do it. But I was gonna teach like very basic judo, jujitsu, sambo stuff. I was gonna bring like a crash pad and put on some puzzle piece mats and stuff like that. Then I thought, if I'm doing this all day, I might get sweaty, and there's a whole germ thing I don't want to fuck with. So there's that. Some business ideas that I think would be kick-ass. So like waste management, you just drive around and collect trash. So you can either go up to different businesses and say like, "Hey, if you give me a beer, I will take all of your trash, put it in my vehicle, and take it to the dumpster." If you would to hit up Cadre and say that was your business, I'm pretty sure there would be some kind of like cool benefit or perk to that. It's a personal opinion. I don't know that for certainty. But remember, at the end of each event, there's trash collection. So if you were able to pick up like a third of the in game trash before we index, that's going to make Cadre's job in life, I would assume, a lot easier. I thought about doing a Pokemon gym. I thought that'd be kind of cool to have like some Pokemon tournaments. So either like Pokemon Go or cards. Everyone could make new Pokemon Go friends because I still play Pokemon Go. I love Pokemon. So I thought that would be kind of cool and do like some season one Pokemon episodes on Netflix. Like put it on like a projector, like movie style. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Airsoft Anonymous, like an AA, we'd hold daily meetings and talk about ridiculous shit you've done for Airsoft, like ridiculous stuff you spent money on, all the times you've lied to your significant other because of Airsoft, and so on and so forth. No one fucking likes PMCs. Now, here's why. Generally speaking, the PMCs, the private military companies, like, oh, I'm going to do a security company. Usually, those guys are fucking gooners. So they just want to show up. They don't give a shit about the storyline. They just want to go up there and then just fucking get in BB fights all day long. Now, typically when that happens in the past, if and this usually starts like Friday night. If there's like a group of 5 or 10 dudes that are all kitted up and they just go around schwacking dudes, that gets around. People will message Cadre and say, "Hey, this is what's going on," and then Cadre will organize just a fucking raid on those guys. Usually it's Russ 4 or NATO in the past, or it'll be like Sean and like his FSB guys, or depending on what Cadre is civilian and like how many dudes they can pull together, there will be like a big ass raid on these dudes, and they will keep raiding them over and like every couple hours until they just break their spirit and go, "Are you gonna play the game now, or are you gonna be an asshole? And we'll see you again in another 2 hours, and you're gonna shoot up all your BBs." That's just how it goes. That's basically it. That's all I can really think of for now. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will be very happy to answer them. I love you guys. I will see you at the Silk Road. Come by the wedding chapel and give me a hug.